England swings like a pendulum do. Bobby's on by.
He had never been to England before. He thought a new crowd, new group. I can know them a little more than I can the Americans.
Yeah, well, they hadn't heard the Teddy Roosevelt speech. Be good to your parents, wear a helmet.
Evel Knievel is alive, well, and back in action in famed old Wembley Stadium, London, England, for a jump that will be made over 13 London buses.
When he arrived in London, he had only sold 3,000 seats for a 100,000-seat stadium, and he was in trouble. There was some press there to meet him. He looks at the press, and what did he do? I'm so glad to be here in England where we came and won the war for you. Oh? And they start writing.
He knew his job, which was to get people in Wembley Stadium. We drove around London, just making friends.
How you doing? What's your name?
Stephen Butler.
So the Yankee Pied Piper collected the young and the old and led them all to Wembley Stadium.
Thank you.
80,000 people showed up to watch the man do it.
So we walked into the arena at Wembley where the buses lined up. And he said, I can't do that. I said, what do you mean you can't do? I said, pull a few buses out of there. Come on, it won't hurt a thing to do that. And I go over and grab our producer. I said, Doug, I said, Evel says he can't do that.
He really didn't think he was going to make it.
So we went over to talk to Evel and talk him out of it. And he was in a trailer. We knocked on the door. And he said, oh, no, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. It was always, I'll give it a go. He was right. He couldn't make it.
You know, Evel, one has to wonder, after the Snake River, one has to wonder why you continue.
Well, I sometimes think that maybe I should quit, but you always want to keep going, and I'm kind of proud of that red, white, and blue number 1 I wear on my shoulder, and I want to keep it on there. I'm glad you're here today. You know, I've never had an accident when you're around. Good luck.
He told me earlier that outside of the jump at Caesar's Palace, where he was severely injured, that this will probably be the most difficult jump he has ever made. Hurt himself in Indio, 1967, Caesar's Palace. Here he goes, and he will go.
It was almost eerie, though. The motorcycle was ghostly. It was tumbling after him, sort of. Then he eventually landed on him.
He's down, and he is hurt. Oh, my God. The man you see now leaning over you, Evel, is John Hood. That's his chief mechanic.
I knew, well, he's got to be hurt on this one. And I kneeled down and said, are you okay? I got his helmet off, and he said, help me up. And he wanted the microphone.
I want to stand up and walk. Help me out. Do something else. He wants to talk to you. He's going to talk.
Ladies and gentlemen of this wonderful country, I've got to tell you that you are the last people in the world who will ever see me jump, because I will never, ever, ever jump again. I am through.
That crash was one of the worst as far as injuries would go. He broke his hand, back, re-broke his pelvis.
After Wembley, I went home to edit. Phone rang. Hello, Doug, Evel. He's calling me from his hospital room in London. Doug, you can't use that quote. What do you mean, Evel? You can't use that quote, the quote where I said I wouldn't jump again. And I said, well, why? He says, because I may jump again.